The devil who had deceived them was thrown into the lake of fire and sulfur, where the beast and the false prophet were, and they will be tormented day and night, forever and ever. This passage from Revelation 20:10 talks about the ultimate defeat of Satan during the apocalypse. Christianity has painted a very vivid picture of the devil. Some descriptions include horns, red or black skin, a tail, hooves instead of feet. But you would be surprised to learn that this picture of the devil that we are so familiar with today did not come from the Bible at all. The origins of the devil in Christianity can be in fact traced back to ancient Greece. Its physical appearance and title consisted of certain characters appearing in the deep lore of this mythology. Now, before we begin, a quick disclaimer. This video is not intended to dispute the faith of anyone. I personally have great respect for people of faith, and at the end of the day, your faith is your own, and nobody can dispute it. That being said, this video comes from a purely historical point of view, and its main purpose is to entertain you. With that out of the way, let's dive right in. The Christian devil has many concepts associated to it, such as the morning star. The story begins with Aurora, the goddess of the dawn. She was the daughter of the first titans, Hyperion, who was a sun god linked to Sad and the blue sky. Her brother was Helios, the sun, and her sister was Selene, the moon. Aurora was very beautiful and often fell in love with mortals, even kidnapping them sometimes, just like Zeus. One of her captives was Orion, a great hunter who became a constellation. I talk about this in my video about Artemis, link below. Aurora's first partner was Asteris, the Titan god of the stars, the planets, and astrology. They had many children, including the wind gods, Notus, representing the south wind, Boreas, the north wind, Zephyrus, the west wind, and all the stars in the sky. One of these stars was Phosphorus, who represents the morning star, the planet Venus, shining brightly before sunrise. Now, the Latin name for Phosphorus was Lucifer, which the Romans used for the morning star. This makes us wonder, how did the Roman name for the morning star become linked with the devil? The answer is found in the book of Isaiah in the Old Testament. There is a passage that reads, "How you have fallen from heaven, O morning star, son of the dawn. You have been cast down to earth. You who once laid low the nations, you said in your heart, I will ascend to heaven. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will sit enthroned on the Mount of Assembly, on the utmost heights of the sacred mountain. I will ascend above the tops of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. But you are brought down to the grave, to the depths of the pit." If we take this out of context, this seems to talk directly about the devil, but it's actually about the king of Babylon. In the year 382 AD, Saint Jerome was asked by Pope Damasus to translate the Hebrew scriptures into Latin. There were many old Latin versions around, so Saint Jerome's translation became the standard for the Western Latin-speaking church. The Romans used Lucifer for the planet Venus, the morning star. Saint Jerome also used Lucifer in his translation, which is how the name entered Christianity. Over time, it became well known throughout the majority of the Western world. Another key figure that comes from Greek mythology that contributed significantly to the devil's portrayal is Pan. Pan was the god of shepherds and their flocks, living in the wilds of Arcadia, where he loved the pastures, the forests, and the mountains. His origins, like so many in Greek mythology, have conflicting accounts. Some myths say that he was the son of Hermes and Dryope, while others say that he was the son of Zeus and Penelope, Odysseus' wife. Bad idea to absent yourself from your home for 20 years. Unlike most Greek gods, Pan wasn't fully human. He had the upper body of a man and the lower body of a goat. Sometimes he had the head of a goat or a man's head with goat features, depending on which version you hear. He was linked with other hybrid creatures like satyrs and nymphs and was a member of Dionysus' group. Just to provide a little bit of context, this group consisted of certain creatures like satyrs, nymphs, and centaurs who were the followers of Dionysus, the Greek god of wine, parties, and just having fun. Not a bad choice for a deity. Pan had trouble with nymphs because they often ran away from his strong advances. Once a nymph named Syrinx turned into reeds to escape him. Pan then made the first reed pipe from those reeds. Pan, however, was cheerful and loved to smile. In one story, he challenged the god Apollo to a music contest. King Midas judged the contest and picked Pan as the winner. Apollo, being a sore loser, then punished Midas by giving him donkey ears for his bad taste. But the important part about Pan was his physical appearance. Pan was described as having horns and cloven hooves. These traits were later used in pictures of the devil. At first, Pan's skin was shown in black, but this was later changed to red to symbolize hellfire. As you can see, the image of the devil starts taking form by combining parts of two Greek gods. This could very well be because everything not aligning with Christian Orthodox beliefs was seen as evil. Interestingly though, the devil didn't always represent pure evil. The idea of the devil as the source of all evil is not actually found in the Old Testament. Instead, Satan is more of an accuser or a tester. For example, in the book of Job, Satan acts more like a prosecutor who challenges Job's faith, but he doesn't come across as a pure embodiment of evil. He works under God's permission and isn't an equal opponent to God. It wasn't until the Persian Empire ruled over the Jewish people that the idea of Satan as God's enemy became part of Judaism. During this period, a religion called Zoroastrianism was popular in Persia. Zoroastrianism taught about a powerful good god named Ahura Mazda, often referred to as the Lord of Light, and an evil spirit named Angra-Mainyu. These two were in constant battle, representing a clear good versus evil battle. It was from this very religion that George Martin, author of the popular book series A Song of Ice and Fire, took inspiration to invent the religion of the red god called Rolor. When King Cyrus led the Jews return to Jerusalem in the year 539 BC, ideas from Zoroastrianism, like attributing all evil to one being, greatly influenced Jewish thought. This clear evolution of the image of the devil reveals how cultural exchanges and ancient mythologies shaped one of the most enduring and powerful symbols in Western religion. Thank you so much for joining me for today's tale. If you stuck to the end of the video, I will assume that you like what you saw. So please like, subscribe, comment, share the video with someone else. It's a small button for you and a gigantic leap for my channel. Until the next tale, farewell, and may the gods smile upon you.